Hello everyone, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, baby. In the last episode, we did a little bit of a flashback back to the past via this Mason machine, or whatever it's called, this Mason program. And we're playing as Phoenix right now, and we can actually do his Magatama Psyche lock breaking thing, which is exactly where we left off last time. We were talking to this little girl, and she had a Psyche lock. So we're going to start with that. I don't know if I exactly remember what it was about, so I'm going to ask her about the client again, just to double check what it was about. So you met the person that asked you to do this job, and you talk with them. What's this about, a good luck charm you received? Right, she wouldn't tell us about her good luck charm, because she was told not to tell anybody about it. I can't talk about it. If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really have to know. Alright, so these are the Psyche locks. For her, I have to break. We have to figure out what her good luck charm is. Alright, well, let's go for it. I have no idea if I have what I need for this, but let's hope that we do. Present! Magatama time, baby. The client. Who is this client? I need to know, baby. I need to know! You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp. No, that's not why. They listened to me. It's my problem. The problem? That keeps her inside all the time? Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. A good luck charm that your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Shit, do I have it? I don't remember what I have. Nah, it can't be that. Well, if the stamp isn't her good luck charm, then I don't know if I have her good luck charm. Not gonna lie. Also, what's up, Berserker? It looks like you missed the flashback case. You did. We already had Phoenix go into trying to win his case and lose, but now we're doing some follow-up stuff after that right now. We're working on that right now. Yeah. So welcome in. The only item I have that could possibly be it would be her stamp, and if it's not that, then I don't know if I have her good luck charm. I wonder if her good luck charm is her nail polish thing. The hand. You know what? I'm going to assume I don't have what I need for this. But let me explore the room a little bit. Because I may or may not have... I may or may not be able to do that. Let me see if this nail polish thing is her good luck charm. I'm going to examine it again. I know I did it before, but maybe if I examine it again now, something different will happen. Even though it already has the check mark. Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. As long as it's here, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it more. See? That's her good luck charm. That. Why can't I pick that? Or wait, is the stamp the same thing? Hold on. Maybe the stamp... It wouldn't make sense for the stamp to be... No, it's not that. Okay. Is her good luck charm around here? It's a little choppy on your end, but it might be your connection. I will double check. We're definitely not dropping any frames, so unfortunately that might be your connection, Berserker. But I double checked for you. Yeah, okay. And definitely fine for DJ and Omega, so yeah, it's triple confirmed. Okay, well, I don't know if I have anything around here that could be her good luck charm, so I'm just going to dip out of here for now. We have definitely one other person that we can go talk to. And it's back here in the defendant lobby, because I guarantee you I have what I need to break this dude's Psyche lock now. I remember what I needed, and I remember I should have what I need now. So this fucking Meekins dude, we need to figure out how the vanishing trick worked, but we needed a little bit of a tip from Trucy, which we got. So let's get on to this situation and talk to him about the magic trick, his illusion, the disappearing trick where Gramarye got away, Zach Gramarye specifically. Okay, Mr. Meekins, What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey! What's with the atmosphere and all here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm gonna find out what, fool. Zach Gremery vanished from this room. How did he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something, huh?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was, here, and, listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
What did you just say?
Yeah, sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you just screamed it through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking, sir.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. This one we had right before, but we didn't have how she did her trick. It was Trucy.
Sir, I never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it, fool.
Sir!
Alright, one lock broken.
Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was now not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
7 feet. Zach isn't that tall, is he? I was police officer for literally days. You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gremery. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Haha, the amazing Mr. Hat. That is the answer. Also, what's up, Tara? Welcome to the stream. Funky Justice is returned, indeed. Alright, this one. Got him.
What's that?
That was a lot of those. That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Uh-huh. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision. Except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists!
Yeah. Illusion broken. Is true. Alright, that was an easy psych lock once I got the right thing. Okay, let's see what this information leads to. The Wunderbar.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague, sir. Zach Gremery exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zach Gremery, don't even think you can escape Meekins. Down on your hands, floor on your head. Hello? Something the matter, mister? No, that is, sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Gremery, do you know him?
Oh,
I love Zach Gremery. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see, that's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing, huh? Anyway, that very same Zach came into this room.
Jesus.
But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug?
I don't think so, sir. So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him!
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
Wow. Okay, well, tell me more. That classic music kicks in again. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door and out came Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat.
Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather a lukewarm pursuit, and at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat, and booyaka booyaka, you lose.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zach Grammary's red cape, like fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries, wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me.
Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now.
Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone-cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Yamshu.
Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar, if you want.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I have had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right. I'll see you in the court next time, sir.
I look forward to it, you crazy motherfucker. All eyes were on Zach Grammery that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Okay, well, we finally finished up another one of these 7 years ago pieces. I did not mean to go to present yet. But honestly, we might actually have to go to present day to get some information we're missing. Hold on 1 second, though. Meekins is very precious. Like, he's so wholesome, but also dumb as shit. So it's like, man, you feel bad for him. Because he's dealt with a lot of shit in his life, clearly. But yeah, when Gumshoe's your role model, I don't know what to tell you, homie. Alright, so I think I might have to go to the present, because I almost guarantee I don't have what I need to break the psych locks for the dude that's in jail. Pretty much guarantee that. And I don't think I got what her, what I need to figure out what her good luck charm is yet either. So, I think I might have to go to the present and try to get some information. Which, you know, works out nicely because there actually is a new place I can go, and that is the Borscht Bowl Club. The question is, am I going here as Phoenix? I'm assuming I'm going here as Phoenix. It would make sense, I guess. Unless this is Apollo revisiting old places, which is also possible. But yeah, we'll see. It's probably Apollo with Trucy going around and exploring. I mean, that would make more sense. Let's just hope Meekins leaves his megaphone at home next time, but then you wouldn't be able to hear his meek voice. That's why he has it. I think he talks quiet until he actually uses the megaphone. And then he talks into the megaphone when he means not to. Gives himself away. Alright, anyway, to the Borscht Bowl Club we go. Let's see what's kind of going on in present day, shall we? Present day, Borscht Bowl Club. Of course. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. Okay, so it is definitely Phoenix that we're focused on here. Is there snow everywhere, or am I just tripping? I'm guessing there's snow everywhere to mimic the fact that we're in Russia, Borscht Bowl Club. I guess that would make sense. Snow decorations. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. I thought he said uncomfortable. Later then. Alright, so 2 hours left of my shift. So, okay. I think there's a big thing here about the first case that we're about to learn big time. And the person who visited Phoenix in the first case of this game is going to be Trucy's dad, Shady. Shady Nasty. But let's just, wait till it happens. But I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Also, fuck my ass. Jesus Christ. My neck is just not okay right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Holy fuck. Ugh. Keep having spasms, dude, and it's the worst. Probably should take something just for the pain, because holy shit. I tried to rub some muscle rub on it, but that did not really change the damn thing. Alright. Bold of me to assume that Apollo actually has a major role in this case. Yeah. Anyway. They said in the courtroom this place was decorated like it was all snowy. I didn't remember that part of it, I guess. But anyway, 2 hours left on your shift, Phoenix. Wonder if we get any customers tonight. Customers, quote unquote. Do you know who I am? Absolutely, I know who you are now. Oh, they keep the low temp. They keep the. Whatever. Anyway. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding. I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I have heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is a friend of yours? The reporter was here also? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't even remember what I was doing for this guy's voice now. I think I was giving him the nerdy voice. I know I was just doing it for Meekins, but this is the guy that had the true nerdy voice. Just the guy I wanted to see again. Not really.
Ah, don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
I don't think that was the voice, but whatever. It's something different.
And he will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others.
Oh my god, man. My neck is not okay. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? Nah, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then, let's compete. I'll take you to the room.
The hideout, yes. But before we go...
Yes?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith.
Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter.
Oh, I'm...
No, Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am?
Have we met? Ah! Dun dun dun.
Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this!
And away he went. Mr. Enigmar!
The defendant escaped. Find him, quick! Judge, close all exits from the building.
And I need a minute to like get up, stretch, and deal with my nose, because my nose is not letting me do the fucking Gavin voice.
On the double, he must not be allowed to escape.
You can't be. But you're Zach Ramery.
Yes, the reincarnation act of this century. Pity I have only an audience of one. You.
Zach Ramery. This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life.
You there.
Da,
We will play soon. Ready the room.
I will be preparing the hideout for you.
Oh my god, this Beezy again. Are you really him? The Zach Ramery?
Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6?
In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
She's fine. I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind.
I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That, and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker? Those eyes, he's serious.
I despise losing above all else, and so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me, and you.
Alright, before I ask him stuff, I'll be right back. I need to get up, stretch my neck and stuff, because holy shit, I'm spasming. It's not okay. So yeah, BRB. But anyway, alright. Yeah, let's chat with the dude. Shady Smith. The meaning of competition. What's up? We competed that day 7 years ago, too. Yeah, I remember. I was going to say, they played cards in the beginning, and once I learned his name was Shady, it was pretty easy to put together that it was the same guy that was in the first case. But anyway, we competed that day 7 years ago, too.
Ah, yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue.
Indeed. 2. 1. Showdown time. I lost.
It's only a game of poker.
A game I've played for a long time. Okay, this is all Phoenix talking. And I only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker.
Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do.
Trucy's power?
Trucy, she is in a class out of her own.
What class is that? For 7 years, I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club, and I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. She sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance to if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill.
Her line?
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Magnify Grammary.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Grammary blood or something?
Blood?
Oh, shit. Blood?
I am sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders, and it is nothing you need to know at this time.
Some kind of Grammary secret, then? Fine. Anyway, let me catch up on chat for a second. Welcome in, Punk, if I didn't say what's up to you already earlier when you popped in. I feels like I'm getting old, yeah, especially with this neck issue. It only happened because of the way I was sitting yesterday. I think I have like a pinched nerve or something, so yeah. My groans of pain are my own fault, I'm sure. Anyway, they spent a lot of money on those card animations, and by God, you're going to appreciate them because we're going to see them again and again and again. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's a good thing they never found it suspicious that Trucy was there during they were playing poker. I know, right? Anyway, let's talk about Trucy also before we try to break the secret of Gramarye.
She's 15 this year.
She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know?
I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause.
Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that, I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day because of this.
Huh. This?
A transferal of rights. You see the signature?
A transferal. That's Magnifique Gramarye's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to the secrets, staging, and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. Interesting. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Gramarye. Interesting. Yeah, I was actually already thinking that earlier, Omega. The reason why Gavin... See, the first case makes way more sense now that we know that this is Zach Gramarye, the shady guy from the first case, and the whole thing with Gavin. So, I wonder if the whole first case was a fucking setup, and Mr. Shady, what's his last name? What was his last name? Enigmar. Maybe Shady Enigmar, maybe he's not actually dead. And the whole thing was a dirty, dirty trick. Shady Smith is dead, but not Zach Gramarye. Anyway, we shall see.
Yes, it is I.
Wait, this page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
Yeah, this is the page that got forged. First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
Wait, let me see that.
How can I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge.
This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifique gave it to me that night.
You could have told me this earlier, like, I don't know, 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from the courtroom.
Okay. Sure.
The greatest of Magnifique Gramarye's illusions are art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage.
Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple.
And the rightful heir to his art, I, too, wanted a rightful heir.
Rightful?
I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor.
Your daughter.
That is why I have risked all to come here tonight.
Brushel.
Sir! Here you go.
Oh my lord. Well, now we know what's in the envelope. There you go. Yeah, I just had the real page the whole time. My bad. What's this?
A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness.
But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides.
I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary.
You are?
By day, I wear notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also, by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I have come here tonight.
Okay, so the pink envelope makes more sense now. It has the rights to the trick in it. And they get past Trucy from her dad. I know, I was hoping we would have sent this fucking reporter dude to the Shadow Realm 2, punk, but here we are, dealing with him again. Hopefully it's short-lived. Jesus. I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said?
Precisely.
And after 7 years, the rights are given up and go back to, can be free use again, I guess you could say. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they will lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions.
Exactly, which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up, you might say, I am securing my daughter's inheritance.
But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically?
Not in this case, I am afraid.
This case?
Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifi Gramarye. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifi died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Gramarye, and Valiant Gramarye. Not Trucy.
I see. So you do need this document.
I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth.
I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background and found you had no other close kin.
It is as you say.
Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Yeah, for real. I want to learn more about the mother too, man. So Kristoff's basically innocent because he killed a man who was already dead. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, we talked about the guy who blinks upwards already. Frickin' creepy ass Brushel. His eyes blink up instead of normal. Okay, I'm gonna start presenting him some stuff because I definitely have some objects he might be interested in. Yeah, let's present him some stuff, shall we? Actually, let's examine this room. I haven't done that yet either.
I must say, it comes as quite a surprise. I never knew you played.
I'd do anything else if I could, believe me. Oh yeah, there's something you could help me with. Do you think you could make that piano disappear? It'd help out a lot, and it'd help out in a lot of ways, really.
You say the funniest things with the straightest face.
People always tell me that, except I wasn't joking.
I don't want that shit. This is grape juice. Is it refreshing?
I usually drink too much and it ends up making me thirsty.
Oh, Mr. Wright. There is something inside that bottle.
Huh? It's my business card. What?
You aren't surprised at all. Perhaps you don't like magic.
I sure felt surprised. Maybe I had my poker face on. Oh, did he do a magic trick and put my frickin' business card inside one of the bottles? Is that what happened? One of the restaurant tables. This one's the closest to the piano, which makes it the hardest to eat. This makes it the hardest to eat, I hear. On days when I'm playing, that is.
What do you think about the ukulele? The sound is slight, the annoyance curtailed.
A ukulele. Oh, ukulele is a Russian restaurant? Wait, a Russian restaurant? What?
Then you must go to the Hawaiian restaurant.
Hawaiian shirts don't go with my complexion, man.
I give up.
Okay. That was a random... What did I say wrong? A ukulele in a Russian restaurant. Sorry, I said is. Man, my brain is not all there today, guys. I'm so sorry. I am working through some pain, so bear with me. Alright, so that's all we can examine in this room. Let's start presenting this dude some stuff. Also, go catch your meeting, DJ. We'll get you when you come back. Alright, let's just start from this, I guess. Mr. Zach, could you tell me about this?
Mr. Wright, we meet for the first time in 7 years and you offer me this. Please.
It wasn't a present. This guy's a hard sell. Probably won't get a rise out of him unless I show him something real interesting. Okay. The stamp? No. What about the pendant? This person in the photo is Trucy's mother.
How did you come by this?
Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone.
Then, it is so.
Huh?
She is gone. What more is there to say?
Lots?
Ah, I know!
Whoa, you're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifi Grammary's only daughter. End quote.
Wait, what? Magnifi's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack?
Brushel, you say too much.
Ah! Why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zack decked him. Jesus.
In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over.
Thalassa Grammary. She's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly.
Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition?
Final? Why?
As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground.
Without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago, we played. 7 years ago, I lost. I already lost to Magnifi. I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there, pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up?
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned.
This guy's beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Brushel, you may leave.
Ah, but it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch, and I punch. But still, it is not enough.
I just remembered a future, prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Okay.
Then, let us begin, dealer.
Da,
You will be witness to our competition.
da, it is honor for me.
Why haven't I seen her around here before?
Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe his name was.
You know him?
After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this.
Oh, shit. The Grammary power? I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I need to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Grammary knew. But how? And why? The Gavin dude? Huh. Alright, well I guess we'll work our way through the present day stuff. And hopefully that'll help us answer stuff in the past when we get through this. Hey, so thanks for caring for my daughter I abandoned. Allow me to ruin both your livelihoods for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's all very mysterious right now. This is all very questionable. And I'm curious how this is all gonna, like, pan out. I don't really know. Anyway, let's head over to the Solitary Cell 13 and, lucky number 13, y'all. Yeah, Phoenix didn't start the fire, but his thoughts are burning and the world is turning. Present day, Central Prison, Solitary Cell 13. This is a very fancy looking cell, I will say. But okay.
Well, well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines?
Gavin.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago?
My past is like my logic. Straight and true, motherfucker. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right?
Okay.
You look well, Phoenix Wright.
You too, Gavin. Okay, we're here to talk to this douchebag. Here we go. Gavin's murder.
Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you've never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours.
And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was?
Who he was?
Zach Gramery. You know, the defendant.
I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible.
Don't even try to tell me it wasn't just a coincidence.
What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think?
After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy.
You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough?
Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. Absolutely. You recall that case 7 years ago?
Ah, yes, the trial where Zach Gramery pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it?
That was when I met you, wasn't it?
Was it now?
The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous. Save for one dissenting opinion. Yours.
It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all.
For 7 years we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you.
But right, your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it.
Persistent, aren't you?
I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game. Zach Gramery mentioned your name, Gavin.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe, was his name.
After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead? Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please, the cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Gramery. And of course he has psych locks. Oh my lord, it's a big one. Whoa, I've never seen psyche locks like these. They're gray, and there's 5 of them, and holy shit. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things?
Something wrong, right?
No, it's nothing.
You shouldn't punish yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know.
What? He's doing his nails? Alright. So, I was right on the nose by saying that this is the person that visited What's-Her-Face back in the day. Dude, this is like... You know what's a big deal here is that him and his brother are twins, right? That's the big deal here, and I think that's going to be a big point in this case as well. Because now that we know, like, right after we found out this dude had a twin, I was already thinking, like, the other attorney guy's got to be sus as hell now, because if this guy's dirty, his brother's definitely got to be dirty too, right? And if he's not, I'll be surprised. We'll just have to wait and see if we can prove that, though. I don't know if I have any reason to do this right now, because I can't even present my Magatama yet. Yeah, I'm not going to read this again. We already went through this. I meant to click on it, but I didn't know I was going to go through the whole thing again. Wow. Let me skip the dialogue, damn it. I don't want to read all this again. Anyway, I'm going to look around his room because I definitely want to see if I can get that hand thing in my inventory as an item. The nail polish hand thing. I'm assuming I just can't do the... Like, this is going to be my last one. I break these locks last. Because I need to have the right information to even bother. Like, it'll be the big kicker. Anyway, let's examine the room. Starting with that nail polish, goddammit. And the yellow envelope that's there, too. That's important, I think, as well.
You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish?
Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you.
You know what I say. One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First-rate in all things, except nothing less.
That certainly does look like a first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle.
It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me.
Oh, yeah. This is important, and that yellow envelope is also going to be important, Omega. Because that yellow envelope, if you recall, when the painter dude died, there was a yellow envelope that went missing. How convenient, am I right? I just wonder how Gavin got it. Maybe his brother swooped it up and gave it to him? Or it was addressed to him in the... Maybe it was addressed to him in the prison, which is also possible. It actually looks like it might be addressed to him. That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here.
It's not nice to peek at other people's mail.
You get mail in here in jail?
That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however.
Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to get him out of here, or get him not paying attention.
It's strange, you know. Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up.
Looks like you got more than books up there.
Ah, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness.
Just a little? Apparently, he's got a violin and a goat statue and some china, I guess. I don't know. A tea set, I guess is the best way to call that. He's got a fancy-ass chair to sit down and read in as well. That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs.
In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of the standard prison-issue chair for this.
Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. Wow. Okay. That might be everything I can examine here, it looks like. Oh, wait, the roses. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here?
Ah, yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she is my best friend, as they say.
Best? Come on now, I'm starting to feel bad for you.
Oh, of course. She's known to bite if handled roughly.
Your rose bites?
I was speaking of the photo next to the rose, you fool. My retriever, Vongol. Cute, but feisty.
Every dog has its thorn. Oh my god. Every dog has its thorn. Just like every lawyer sings a sad, sad song. Alright, let's present this fool some things, shall we? I'll start with this. What do you think about this, Gavin?
I hardly need remind you that I am not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in shared technology.
No information forthcoming there, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to start presenting everything, but I'm not going to expect any responses out of most things. Wonder if the stamp. No. What about the pendant? No. Okay. What about the diary? Okay. The gun? He's not going to say shit about any of the evidence from the actual case part of the case. Okay. The letter. I don't know. I don't think he's going to react to anything. I kind of want to present everything just in case, but I don't expect him to react to anything. Like, all the pieces of paper are going to be a no. I don't think he'll react to the syringe either. No. I'm guessing I don't have anything else I can do with this guy right now. But again, I will go through all of them just to be on the safe side. Just in case there happens to be one thing he'll react to. Doesn't matter which thing, just all the things, please. The ripped page. The correct ripped page didn't get added to my testimony list, or my evidence list, right? I guess Zach kept that one. Oh, no. He gave it to us. It's just inside the envelope. Never mind. It's in the envelope. It's in the envelope. Alright. So, okay, in that case, never mind on you for now. I guess we'll be back. Alright, nothing new popped up here, but we did get the nail polish bottle, which I'm assuming I can use in the past now to break open her psyche lock. A piece of evidence I needed to be able to do that. So let's get into her again and tell her, hey, look, the nail polish bottle is your, you know, special secret weapon item. No, that's not why. They listen to me. It's my problem.
Go outside if you don't want to.
That's what they told me.
But I would absolutely have to go out. All I have to do is use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm? That your client gave to you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Booyah. This. This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottle's over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? Got her!
I heard once. Cosmetics were once thought to be ward off evil. This is the magic bottle. It has the power.
Of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? This motherfucker. This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually.
I promised. I promised not to tell.
Got her! Alright. Starting to make sense now, y'all. At least in some things are starting to come together. Not everything has come together yet, but some things are starting to come together.
I'm sorry. I can't talk about the client I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work.
I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then.
I think they might be the devil.
Huh?
Or maybe an angel.
What do you mean?
I saw it, or I think I saw it, when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face.
Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's?
No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile.
So, where'd you see this devil, then?
It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's what I knew. That person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm.
I'm not sure what this devil she saw was. It's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I'm sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramery.
Did I do something bad?
What makes you think that?
Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad.
I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. Hope to see you smile then, too, Vera.
Oh, okay.
Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. You witnessed something of vital importance? I'm not even sure I know what it was of vital importance in that one overall. Other than the fact that we know that Gavin was the one that visited her now. let's go back here. I don't think I have what I need for this guy yet, unless something else opened in the future. Something else opened in the future? No. Okay. Well, let's see if we can break dude in the cell. I don't think I have what I need, but let's double check, and then we'll go back to the president, I guess, check on Gramarye. So, I had to figure out what he was getting blackmailed over. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valent. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnafie's instructions as your partner.
So I was, but only Zach Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot.
I'm more interested in learning something else, actually.
And what might that be?
I want to know what Magnafie had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him?
The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know.
Know what?
A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Alright, so I think this might have to do... with what's in the envelope.
The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight.
Let's see if I can break this down now. Let's see. I actually meant to start by presenting, but I accidentally clicked it, so whatever. We got to read the dialogue again. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm gonna find, motherfucker. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world. That's asking someone to commit murder, homie.
Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves, and of dramatic finales.
And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death.
Care to explain?
Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it?
Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it.
Fuck, I don't know if I have proof of the danger. Unless the danger is like the gun. I guess I could just throw the gun at him and see what happens. I don't know if I have what's dangerous, though. The only thing dangerous I have that has to do with any tricks is the gun, because the guns do have to do with the tricks. You know what? Let's try it.
Why, that's one of ours.
Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot.
What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers.
I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Okay. Okay. Maybe that's why the mom is gone. Maybe she got shot. Maybe.
Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard?
Was the shoot 'em canceled because someone might get hurt?
Of course. What other reason could there be?
Well, it could have been canceled because someone had already been hurt.
Aha! Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol?
Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage?
The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot?
Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed at the show so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. Wait, this shows who it was? I mean, it's either the girl or the pendant. I'm guessing it's the pendant because we can't present her directly. But I'm thinking that the mom got shot.
But that's
Zach Gramarye's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe was her name.
Alakazam!
Alright, we got him. We got him on the ropes, y'all.
But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets?
Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows how much danger she was in. Fuck. Do I know how much danger she was in? What shows how much danger she was in? Fudge. Fudge! Where's that page? Now I see that everything has been set up. I would present forged evidence in the court. Yeah, we know. I've already looked at this. I don't know if I have what shows what danger she was in. I don't know if I have this. I actually don't think I do. Can't imagine it's the stamp. I was like, see how much danger she was in? It can shoot somebody in the head and kill them. That's how much danger she was in. That would be a very roundabout way to present here. I'm almost tempted to do it just to see, but I don't think I have what I need.
Mr. Wright, I envy you. It appears your chosen profession is far more lenient than mine.
What do you mean?
For us magicians, a single misstep can be fatal.
A single mistake can be fatal for an attorney, too.
Ah, so it can.
The loss is the key. I can see how her name affects him, but just the name isn't enough. I need to recreate that day in his mind, starting with where she stood. Is it just the picture of the stamp because she stands in the middle of them? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Troop Gramarye's performances were very, very popular. If they're going to make a point about the fact that she stands in the middle, I guess it makes sense. It makes a silly sort of sense, but it makes sense. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame.
We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age. A golden age.
It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes?
Ugh!
Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her, huh?
I don't know!
Yeah, you do, bitch. Part of his memory is still locked up.
There is one thing you're failing to address.
What's that?
As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader, Magnifi, was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But Mr. Wright, then he would not have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail.
Valen's got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question.
Found the right address, Mr. Wright?
I'm so close. There has to be something about how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valen's relationship with Magnifi.
I see in your eyes you still have something to say. How could you possibly prove more than you already have?
I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. Tied your hand so completely with evidence or with a person? Is it going to be like the envelope that has the piece of paper in it because he signed it over to the other guy, like the whole trick that he signed over? Or I'm just going to say it's that. No better proof than evidence. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands, and this evidence proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. Is it really going to be this? Like, seriously? I don't think I can show this, though. Why Magnifi held so much power over you. I'm just gonna do it, I guess.
Were you by any chance trying to threaten me?
No, of course not.
You'll never make a good blackmail artist. Never!
Not a career choice I'd been considering, actually.
Give up your dreams. Work an honest job. That's my advice.
Better stop dreaming. Get to work here fast. Magnifi used Thalassa's death as a means to control his disciples. How is that possible if he could be implicated in the cover-up? Do I really have the evidence to prove this?
I see in your eyes you still have something to say.
How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove what... So I think, okay, then it has to be a person. It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. And this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. I mean, is it just Trucy? Because they had a daughter together? Also, I don't know if I've ever actually looked at this guy's fucking picture, but he's definitely dead AF. Huh. I'm gonna guess that it's probably either Trucy or just the fact that it's his daughter that was shot. I'm having a hard time deciding. I'm gonna say... because it was his daughter? I don't know. I don't think these two have anything to do with it, because they didn't... I mean, yeah. It's either Trucy or her daughter, or it's neither, and I'm just off completely. But, like... Alright, I'm just gonna say it's the Thalassa herself, and then we'll go from there. It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem. Okay, cool.
What do you mean?
She was Zack Gramarye's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifi Gramarye's only daughter.
Ah!
There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was.
It was an accident!
It's like, you killed my daughter, and now you're my slaves forever. Alright, that was interesting, but alright, we got him, guys. We got him. We broke his shit. Broke him open.
There's no proof, none at all.
But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together.
Ours was a complex family.
You mean Troop Gramarye?
The master, Magnifi Gramarye, his only daughter, and his two disciples.
That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it?
Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valence tour de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly, straight toward the beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing pow, into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy.
Damn. We've actually seen this shot before. Like this screenshot. But now we have context for it.
But as for whose bullet stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnifi his daughter.
Okay.
And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls.
Okay. Tell me more. Why did Magnifi Gramarye try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died.
All I can say is it was a critical time for Troop Gramarye. A passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Thalassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not.
What do you mean?
In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art for his benefit.
I see. I guess I can understand.
I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions?
Huh?
To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing. But then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads?
Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Gramarye, that's for sure. Does Trucy know?
She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life?
True.
I had not thought of that accident for a very long time.
Sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot, man.
Not to find Magnethy's slayer, I should think.
True.
Ah. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing, quite persistently. A reporter? He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room, doing his research.
Would you happen to remember his name?
What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him a lot. Or I liked him not.
I see.
His name, I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often.
I see. Thanks for your help.
It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds.
I'm sorry. I began to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Gramarye, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, I never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last floss-thin thread connecting Zack Gramarye to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. Yup. Time to go talk to this crazy mofo again, I guess. The new twist is that we actually shot her. It was a bad idea, it seems. Yeah, what a twist, am I right? Ooh, looks like we got the rest of present day's locations. So, I guess let's visit them, shall we? Because right now we're stuck with needing to break this dude's psych locks and break this dude's psych locks, which I don't even know how we're going to do without a ton of new information. So, here we go to Drew Studio. Wait, we're going to Drew Studio present day? For what? The reporter's not going to be here, right? I wonder who we're going to talk to here. Present day, Drew Studio. Oh, the reporter is here. I lied. Hey, well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Mission was poisoned and his daughter's... Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know. Yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd tracked down the case just a little quicker, end quote. Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? Zack Gramarye was a good friend. Zack said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club. What a character! What a man! If a little, no, a lot, no, extremely rough around the edges. Do you think I could ask you a few questions? Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not other way around, end quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. Okay. You know, we haven't really, finished with this guy, I don't think, overall. But if anybody's got the creepy devil face, it's this fucking guy. So maybe it is him. Maybe he's the murderer and, at the heart of everything. You know? He's got a devilish face. That fucking grin is just terrifying. So, all we need to confirm that is something from... What's her face? Vera. And if Vera reacts to this guy in any way, being the devil, just like, goddamn. Yeah, definitely got that creepy Attack on Titan smile like we mentioned last time. Anyway, let's talk to this fool. It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime, and they paid the price. You know what really did them in, though? Don't you? Yes, a forged diary page. The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known. What's that? You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote. Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck. Freaks out, end quote. Because you felt guilty? Why would I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, huh? I wonder what it all means. Paranoia, that's what it means. Drew Mission felt like he was being watched, and you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves?
Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist sure is being watched, end quote.
Sure he is being watched.
Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. Then just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made.
And then he dies.
Starting to put the pieces together, are we?
And you were being watched this whole time?
Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too.
Me? I mean, yeah, the paintings have something to do with that. I mean, even if this guy isn't involved with it and from a he's a bad guy perspective, it would make sense if this dude was being watched the whole time, because then whoever was watching him saw that he met with Zach. You know what I mean? So it's possible.
I met Zach through that case, actually.
You mean the shooting of Magnifique Grammary?
No, before that. It's not widely known.
You mean the accident? During the quick draw shoot 'em practice?
My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite the scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy. All for me. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now.
Valiant Grammary did mention one particularly nosy reporter.
In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Grammary at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it?
Really?
Then Thalassa disappeared quite suddenly at that, and Magnifique wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see?
Zach Grammary.
Something strange was in the air over at Troop Grammary in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciples scene started by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me off the record.
Sorry, I don't know.
Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times, but over time he came to see me as a confidant.
Did he now? So he's saying the paintings have eyes. Indeed he is. It's like Mario 64, he can travel to the crime scene through the paintings. Alright, let's talk about Valiant, huh?
He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years, eh?
Waiting?
For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnifique Miracle. Of course, it was all a dream.
Because of this. The performance rights.
In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zach and Valiant?
So Valiant waited until Zach died, legally at least.
The time finally comes and Valiant's like a kid on Christmas morning.
He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know.
If that document sees the legal light of day, it's going to put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's the sorry one, that Valiant Grammary. Lost out to his partner at work. And in love, too.
Love? Of course they both loved her. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? We haven't talked about love triangle yet, but you know, if one of them loved her, they both did. Absolutely.
It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. What has 3 sides and all of them pointy? A love triangle!
That is pretty classic.
When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing.
In the middle of all this, Thalassa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about this Thalassa. Okay. Well, I don't know if examining anything in here is useful right now, but I'm going to do it anyways, I guess. This is where Mr. Misham fell. Never thought our 7-year reunion would be quite like this.
Wait, you knew Mr. Misham?
I met him once, in court. It was a brief meeting, but one I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Now that's a story right there, that is. I smell a scoop. Ex-attorney, now down on his luck pianist, plays Sonata of Sorrow, end quote. I'm all ears, let's have it. Don't hold anything back.
Could you at least get rid of the down on his luck part? Yeah, man. The door outside. Vera might come walking in at any moment if she wasn't in intensive care. Will she ever come through that door again, I wonder? Sad face? Something tells me he got punched every time he met up with Zach. He probably deserved it, too. Those 3 paintings.
All Drew's works, of course. Which is to say, Vera's works, really. Or to be more precise, Vera's forgeries of someone else's works. Of course, if you demand utter and total precision... Actually, there's nothing more.
I was about to say. There might be more, but okay. Let's work our way onto this side of the room. Look at all the jars of paints and pigments. Why are there so many jars of paint of the same color?
My guess is that they're sorted by age.
Age?
When you're making a forgery, it's important to match the age of the original, see? Paint compositions change a lot over the years.
Oh, right. Did you learn that in journalism school?
Journalism relies on writing skill and imagination, end quote.
As long as you don't do stories by imagination.
Either that, or they just bought a lot of the same color by mistake.
I find myself not caring anymore. Me neither. Let's take a closer look at that desk. Just trying to see if there's anything noteworthy that wasn't like it was before. This frame looks even smaller sitting next to that photo. Just the right size for a commemorative stamp indeed. Commemorative stamp put there by a daughter that killed her father. Sometimes life just sucks. Indeed. A picture of a young Mr. Misham and a very young Mira. Vera, not Mira. They're smiling. They look happy. Of course, now Mr. Misham's passed away. And Vera's on death's doorstep at the hospital. Okay, so I just have to just do what I can and hope it's enough. I just have to do that when I see this pose. I can't believe it's been 7 years. I have to stop torturing myself with these things. I know, I'll just pretend it's saying something else. The post office? Why, it's right over there. Good day, sir. Wow. Objection! This envelope's from the client who requested that forgery. Just to think if that had gotten lost in the mail, I'd still be wearing my attorney's badge. Indeed. Objection! I'm glad he actually screamed objection. That's hilarious. That's an odd assortment of equipment to find in a painter studio. Of course, it makes more sense when you know they were making forgeries. I guess that's why they never took visitors here. Wouldn't really want people seeing all this.
Yes, in fact, I was the first human being ever to set foot inside this studio. Other than Mr. Bisham, of course. Oh, and Vera, too. And this is assuming that I'm human, of course.
I'm beginning to have my doubts. You creepy devil man. That was an incredible joke you never knew about? You never examined the statue with Phoenix in the future? Well, now you've seen it, Berserker. You're welcome. A drafting table, probably for making detailed designs or for forgeries.
You know what I think about that? I'll tell you. Painting should be done freehand. No rules, no restrictions. You really think a line drawn by a ruler is going to move anyone? I smell a letter to the editor. Could you write an article with a ruler? End quote. Unless you wanted a ruler to write the address on your blackmail letter straight. That's what I think. You could quote me on it, too.
You could drop this guy on a deserted island and he wouldn't get bored. Indeed. Okay, so I think I've examined everything in this room. I don't think anything... Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I think I've already talked to him about everything that's popped. Nothing new popped up. So let's start presenting him some stuff. Just start from the back side and start going through all the things. Mr. Brushel, could you take a look at this?
Ah, I hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. So you want me to write an article on that, right? What's that? What's the angle?
Actually, no, that's okay. I don't need an article. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on this.
I hear you. I hear you. You want me to sniff around for a scoop? Well, you've come to the right nose, my friend. It's odorless.
Thanks. Okay, that was less than informative. Alright, anything? Mr. Brushel, can you take a look at this? Alright, same shit. Da-da-da. The stamp? No. I'm trying to think what he would interact, or like what he would react to. Do I have anything he'll react to? Gotta have something. Dependent? Mr. Brushel, do you know this person? Ah, here we go. If he knows anything about her.
Do I know that person? Of course. I was friends with Zach, after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife. Thalassa Grammary.
Magnifi Grammary's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her?
Well, why the heck not?
Okay, so now he'll talk about her. Here we go.
So, Thalassa married Zach and had Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually.
You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before.
Not quite. Her late husband was a performer, too. Apparently he died during some gig. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year.
Oh. So Trucy's not even Zach's daughter. Probably. I didn't know.
Ah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know.
Uh-huh. Cool picture, bro. Why do you carry that around, creepy boy?
I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all.
What do you mean?
Just reminiscing, you know. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy, end quote.
Wait, what? Wait, what? But Trucy said she was an only child.
Ah, yes, this one she had with her previous husband.
Her previous husband? Oh my god. The wheels are turning, guys. And I think we're learning a whole hell of a lot about our main character of the game without even realizing it. Let's keep playing. Her previous husband? Her first husband who died during a performance.
Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now.
Oh. Okay. So, not Trucy, but a different kid.
That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now.
Thalassa had another child? Do you think I could borrow that photo?
Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know.
Wow. Fun fact, the original localization of this game actually screwed this line up a bit, and the remaster fixed it. The bit about Thalassa's first husband. So, I already had this thought earlier when we talked about Trucy's inherent ability to be able to perceive things. Right? Zach Grammary mentioned it. It's a family trait thing. Then why can Apollo do it too? I already had that thought earlier. I didn't say it out loud. But when they went along that line of questionings, I was like, there's a reason why Apollo can do that too then, right? And why they knew that Apollo could do it and why they brought him into the whole case in the first place. But this part right here just completely filled in that question that I just had in my head earlier that I did not mention out loud. But holy shit. So what you're saying is, yeah, I'm going to say it now because might as well just say my thoughts now because we're probably going to get the answer to it pretty soon now that I'm on that line of thinking. That Apollo and Trucy are brother and sister. Half brother and sister, but brother and sister nonetheless. All right. Good thing. Good stuff. Moving on. I won't need this locket anymore. Wait, what do you mean you won't need the locket anymore? Because you have a picture of her directly? Better return it to Trucy before I forget. Oh, okay.
People at events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger. Don't you think?
I was too busy wondering about bigger to listen to what you were saying, sir.
Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think.
Maybe so, but still. I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next.
Next, you say?
I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's not my role anymore. But you're gonna help.
Magnifi! I was just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this.
What do you mean?
Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power.
You mean how I can't lie to Trucy?
It was the same with Magnifi. And with his daughter, Thalassa.
It's a strange thing. You think it's some grammary gene?
Magnifi told me once back when Zack married Thalassa. She said Zack had good eyes. But not good like a Grammary's eyes. Not that good.
I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Grammary's secret was?
Maybe nobody, now that Zack's gone.
Zack Grammarly. Dun dun dun! The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Grammarly fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Grammary's power. The power of perception! A power which passed from Magnifi Grammarly to Thalassa to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. Alright, sounds good. Should I go back and talk to Zack again first? Try to break his? Or I'm thinking maybe we'll go to Sunshine Coliseum first. I wonder if we're going to talk to Valent right now. Or who else would even be here. So I guess we'll just go and see. Because we haven't gone here yet. Present day, Sunshine Coliseum. Yep, there he is.
Well, this is a blast from the distant past.
Long time no see, Mr. Valent.
7 years, has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you.
I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say.
I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear it from you. Okay, well, let's chat about Magnifi, I guess.
I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years.
Because you couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire?
Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way.
Zack Grammarly?
His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought.
Zack Grammarly murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you?
I remember it as if 'twere only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it. That was not the way of it in the end. For a while he vanished. The suspicion upon my own person never did. His partner Zack vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of the press said.
I had no idea.
Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. And here I must stand, smiling at them all. What am I if not a player in some fiendish farce?
Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnifi's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. And Psyche locks. Just 2. I might be able to break those now, we'll see. I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later.
The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight.
That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Alright, let's try to break this fool now and see what happens. Let's see what we need. I'm coming for you, Cyclock bitch! Magnifi's death.
Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me.
I'm as much of this affair as you are now, bitch. I have to know what happened.
For 7 long years I have endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our troupe within my grasp.
We'll start to do this, Valent. But right now, I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this. Yup. Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb, motherfucker.
And what might that be? I see it bears the Grammarly seal.
I should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast.
What is this?
A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles.
What? Zach Gramarye. He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter?
Trucy Enigmar, actually. She's officially my daughter these days. Okay.
Preposterous. Zach is gone, vanished into the void.
This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Was. Both myself and the notary can testify to this.
Ugh. Whoa!
Alright, one lock is definitely broken.
Why? Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead?
You're not the only one with that problem, homie.
But he shot Magnifi, yes? It was Zach. It was! And then he left, and my career as a magician fell into darkness.
Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Gramarye shot Magnifi? Was that why you testified?
Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out.
Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Gramarye? Wow. Do I just have to say it? So, hold up. Are we implying that Zach Gramarye is the one that actually shot the dad? Are we implying somebody else did it? Because now I'm just not sure. I can't actually present people, so I have to pick a person from my actual evidence. Is there any chance the mom is still alive and she did it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
So this is the evidence that answers the question, who killed Magnifi?
Well,
the only question that this evidence can answer is, who is here is an idiot?
idiot. Wow.
And it answers, you, Mr. Wright.
Alright. I didn't think it was her. I was like, there's nobody else I have in my evidence, though.
Must I suffer such indignities even now? Oh, the life of a magician is a life of toil.
One easy way to win over public opinion? By producing a signed confession, even if the confession is a fake. Oh. Is it the piece of paper? This one? Because it's actually... Right. Because it actually has some kind of signature that lets me know this is a forgery, right? No? No? No. Damn it. Even now, all the life of magicians are toil. By producing a signed confession, even if the confession is a fake. I mean, this was the fake confession. I thought for sure that was the answer. And I've already decided that these letters are both real. I don't know if I have the answer to this one yet, actually. Alright, I'll come back to this. I'll come back to this. Maybe I don't have what I need for that. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I don't want to keep pushing on it if I don't. So let me come back to that. Let me go back to dude here and see what I can do about his breaking his open. Because I don't think I've tried to do that yet. Because we've learned more about the Gramarye secret. We haven't even talked to this dude about his wife yet either. So maybe we can get there. The Gramarye secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. First time I saw her do it, it blew my mind. It blew mine. It blew my mind. It blew mine.
And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you.
Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say.
Yet, I myself have no such power.
But Trucy does. Why's that?
Maybe Trucy got her power
From her mother? The Lassa Gramarye?
I will not speak of that.
The Lassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. 'Cause she's dead? Should I show him the gun? The three of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. Just like with the other guy, I showed him the gun. Makes sense. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind the fame, one that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valiant, Gramarye's bullets. To you and Valiant, Gramarye's bullets. I read that wrong, but yeah.
It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa?
I'm sure Valiant would say the same thing. Why? It's just like another murder I might mention.
Damn you.
Alright.
Her eyes. I love Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead, and Magnifique Gramarye has joined her.
So the only one with her power left now is Trucy. Mr. Zack.
I do not know.
I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else. Someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. Here we go.
How would I know?
My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. Yay! I can present him. It's time, guys. My conclusion that I drew a little bit ago already coming to light. Mr. Apollo, my friend.
This boy.
His name is... I forget. Something weird.
Who could he be?
An attorney.
Attorney?
I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices.
So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh.
Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts, homie. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring.
A ring?
Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. I do? She's wearing the fucking bracelets, bro. She's wearing the fucking bracelets, bro.
You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like. I know. I thought that was a little questionable of a line as well.
She's wearing the fucking bracelets, bro. I didn't even take note of the bracelets, but she's literally wearing the bracelets. The one that fucking Apollo wears. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second.
How did you know this?
Her first husband. He died a year after they were wed, yes?
He was a performer. They met when he joined us Gramarye's as a guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then?
I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help but notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out.
They are a Gramarye family heirloom.
This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture.
What? So, that's why.
Why what, Mr. Zack?
I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet.
I bet I know where that other one went, homie.
She gave it to this boy, her son.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow, that was a double unlock. Let's go. Hell yeah, dog. All right, wow. Big revelations, homie. Okay. You did notice the bracelets, Omega? Fair enough, fair enough. That's fine if you didn't want to say anything. I appreciate you not pointing it out before I noticed, because I definitely did not notice the bracelets right away. You actually didn't notice the bracelets right away either, DJ? But you had to get there at some point, because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten this unlocked. But alright, the Gramarye secret. Here we go.
This strange power, I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Gramarye line. It runs in their veins.
What is it?
I asked her, Thalassa, once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. Tension? If she were to face a person and they became tense even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they try to hide it from her. So she could see it? Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension, without the use of a particular object, or in this case, her case, objects. Objects? Wait. Were they something she wore? Yes, her bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of power could a bracelet have? I have made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Okay. Tell me everything, homie. Trucy and Apollo. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are our brother and sister, yes? And the brother, too, has this power of theirs. So Trucy has an older brother. Oh, so Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt, once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all of this got to be so messed up. For real, though. Those bracelets are made of special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something? Yes. This is how they can shrink to the exact size of their wearer's wrist. And this has something to do with the power? What if I told you? The Gramarye power reacts to tension in others. When a Gramarye senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. Because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on the wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? Guess that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped. It's if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. Ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So, basically, what you're saying is, the Gramaryes can see really well? For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me, too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell when to focus? Tell you when to focus. Or something! Precisely. But wait, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets. You are talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things Gramarye. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor, Magnifi Gramarye, passed from this world to the next. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this dude actually killed Magnifi. Which is interesting. Maybe. We'll see. There were 2 pistols, and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifi's test. A test? In his last years, Magnifi Gramarye worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night I could not shoot him, so I shot the clown's forehead instead. Okay. This, it seems, was the correct answer. Take
Take this, I give you my art. I give my art to you, Zack.
What?
It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack.
I don't know why I'm giving him such an old man voice, but whatever. I probably won't have to hear him talk anymore.
Though I would not have minded dying by your hand.
How could I shoot you? You're my mentor.
Bah, I thought you might say that.
If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then?
Then of course I would have given Valiant his chance.
And if I had shot you in the forehead instead?
Then it would be over. If you or Valiant were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Yet this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day.
It seems to me that Magnifi wanted you to be his successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's.
Perhaps, but it is not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valent up to these days?
Waiting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him.
And now here I am, and his dream is ended.
It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know.
What? You don't mean to tell me they've put the blame for our mentor's death on him?
The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off.
But that's madness! Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated? Even though I'm dead.
What the fuck? That night, Zack Gramarye was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zack Gramarye, murdered my mentor, Magnifi Gramarye. I apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from the court and hereby confess to my crime. Zack Gramarye. It makes no sense at all. So here's what I'm thinking. Zack went ahead and used both pistols. He shot the clown, got the confession for the trick, or got the permission for the trick, you know, wrote part of the thing for the trick, you know, he got the rights to the trick, basically. And then he murked the dude anyway. And then left the other gun there. That's all I can think. I mean, it's got to be something like that if he's the one that actually killed Magnifi. Anyway, his confession to use as I saw fit. Of course he'd killed no one. This was just his way of tying up loose ends. Oh, really? Okay. Never mind. He's just confessing that he did it even though he didn't do it? Or maybe he did do it. I don't even know right now. I'm so confused. I'm so in my head on this one. But he confessed to doing it, so I guess we can use that on Valent for sure. Maybe that'll help clarify my thoughts on the matter in general. So anyway, let's get back to this shit. And now we have the confession. We can obviously throw that in there. Alright, Magnifi's death. We're back here again. You'll get nothing from me. I was my brother this year. For 7 years I've endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the Americans troops. Alright, so now I gotta give him the pink slip first. Not this pink slip. This pink slip first. To be like, yo, I have the permission. Haha. Yeah, we already heard all this. Preposterous. Zack is gone. Vanished to the void. This is a genuine article. Yeah. Whoa! Get fucked, homie.
Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived into the role?
Yes, it was Zack. It was! And then he left, and my career fell into darkness. In some way of it. Say, if you could prove Zach Gramery shot Magnafee, is that why you testified?
Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out.
Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnafee Gramery? Here you go. You're welcome. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zach Gramery wrote one more thing before passing on.
But this is a confession.
In which he admits to the killing of Magnafee Gramery. See? All according to your plan.
I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet, it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself.
Zach wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him.
Alakazoo, my god!
Alright. Okay then. How the turns table, am I right? Alright.
You do know that this confession is nothing but lies.
Yes, it's my opinion that Zach Gramery killed no one.
Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. 2 received instructions to kill, but if one of it is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
So he vanished to protect me, his partner. Ha 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 ha! A stirring tale, 'tis true.
Did you shoot Magnafee Gramery in the forehead?
If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will, there is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnafee's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me.
I knew it. So Valent Gramery did kill the great Magnafee.
Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it was not I who shot my mentor. What?
But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there?
Another disciple? Such as?
I don't know. Knack and Talent Gramery, maybe? Wow. Zach and Valent. Knack and Talent. So hilarious.
Your wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zach and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person who could have fired that pistol that night.
You're going to give me another possibility now? After all this time?
I don't suppose you figured it out by now.
If it wasn't Zach or Valent, who shot Magnafee? Then it had to be the only other person at the scene. Which means... Wait. You don't mean...
Yes, the great Magnafee Gramery himself.
He shot himself in the head. Which is weird, because he shot himself directly in the forehead between the eyes. But it would make sense, I guess. So Magnafee Gramery committed suicide?
You find it hard to believe?
To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility.
When I had arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me.
Now you talk about this? So you spoke with Magnafee Gramery?
Yeah, yes. And this is why I knew what had to be done. Magnafee transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zach Gramery, not me.
I see. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it.
You owe me no apology.
Huh?
My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder.
What? Your crime? Is Valent Gramery confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it.
You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnafee's plan.
He wanted to die by one of your hands?
Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart.
The demon. Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifi. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room. Which was? IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan.
But you didn't shoot him.
I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but then Magnifi called me back.
I'm sorry, Valet. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please, help him if you can.
I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot.
So he heard the gunshot and knew that the dude killed himself. Okay. Magnifi Gramarye killing himself.
Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I'd brought.
So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifi died and you framed Zack for his murder.
As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly?
That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but...
Yes?
I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valiant. Thank you.
It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Bright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision.
You're going to turn yourself in?
My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts.
I understand.
I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zack Gramarye was alive.
Well, not anymore.
And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived?
What do you mean?
You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We never saw her body.
Her?
The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zack Gramarye. Then, I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I am glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you.
Huh. So I've had that thought this whole time that she might also be alive, but they didn't make it really clear that she might be, or if there's any reason for her to be alive. But if she is, I wonder. Just trying to think. Alright, anyway. Zack Gramarye, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness, for good. And it would involve paying that man a visit. Well, there's only one more man on my list unless a new thing pops up. There's only one guy left. One person left to break locks on, y'all. So here we go. Back to douchebag Gavin. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied. Oh shit, he's gone. Time to look at the letter. I see. Do you know when it'll be finished? Well... Could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment. My apologies to the guard. But there's something I need to see. Absolutely. Give me that letter, boy. There it is. The yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. Yup.
If this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here it goes! Let's see if this atroquinine spray finds anything. Alright, I'm assuming by the stamp for sure. That's the stamp, y'all. It's the poison one. Confirmed. It's weird because even though it says like it's from Drew Misham, but the letter, if you read out the blurriness, it looks like it says David something with a K. David something. It also is goes to Valleys or something Springs, California. David Chrysler? Is that what it says? I guess that is what it looks like it says. Anyway, so this was Drew Misham's messenger of death. It was this stamp, all right, no mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. Motherfucker. Gotcha. The interview request came like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you, so please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report. Huh. That was a lot less visible on the DS. I could imagine so. Alright. Poison traces and what's in the letter. Got it. Finally. Decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar in jail? You ain't got rights, bro. Get out of here. Gavin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Misham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no known survivors of atroquinine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now, then. Right, wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry, forgot I had it. Many thanks. Okay. Now what? All of a sudden this game's got graphics. Or it's just zoomed out on Phoenix's forehead. We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can. Holy shit, dude. Man, I'm excited for this final trial. Faux show. Alright, let's make a separate save. And, wow. The implication is that this was all recorded with a hidden camera on his beanie, the pin. Oh, is that what that was? It was a recording thing? Okay, that makes sense.